Hi everyone, it's Sakura. So today's the new moon in Scorpio. And I've definitely been feeling the insanely intense energy the past few days. So this new moon is in the peak of Scorpio season where it's in Scorpio. We're in the time where the veil, which is the shield that separates the physical world from the spiritual, is the thinnest, and I'm definitely feeling it. So if you are too, we're going to get through this. So we're being called to get in touch with our shadow side, and I have been trying to ignore my shadow side for a while, but I'm going to do a meditation tonight to work with that shadow side because I can't just keep ignoring it. But it's time to acknowledge our true selves and celebrate our inner truth. The new moon is going to occur officially in a few hours at 5:14 p.m. You're going to feel really connected to your intuition, and you're going to be swimming in some powerful, complex feelings that you may not understand. It's even more intense and game-changing because in just 2 weeks from now, we're going to be going through a lunar eclipse, and the opposite side of what the new moon is. And we all know eclipses bring major shakeups and shifts, and this is definitely a preview of that energy. So I just want to talk about how important alone time is during this new moon period, and going through the lunar eclipse and full moon too. It's going to be really important to spend that time with yourself and get rid of distractions, any social events that distract you from your feelings. I had to say no to going to yoga yesterday. I've pretty much been sitting at home all day, just resting up, spending that time to myself that I really need. Even though all day my head's been telling me I need to get out and be productive and do something, I really just need to take that time, and I'm sure you do too. So I'm going to walk you through a meditation that you can do, a shadow work meditation, and some journal prompts, which I am also going to be doing, in addition to some gratitude journal prompts. So some of the journal prompts you can write about are: what committed relationships can I deepen, and how? What fears do I need to face, and how am I being my authentic self? So these are great things to reflect on during this time. There's often things that we neglect to reflect on. But it's definitely the time to do that. And I think what will be really beneficial is practicing automatic writing when journaling. So you can think of the prompt, and if you don't feel like you're good at writing or anything, you can just, write whatever words come to your head. So if the prompt is, how am I being my authentic self? And the word caregiver, or whatever comes to your head. Just write whatever word comes to your head. Automatic writing is also great just to practice without a prompt, just to write down whatever comes to your head, let it flow, don't think about it. I usually will do it for like 2 minutes, and then reflect on what I wrote. But as far as the shadow work, so our emotions are running super deep. It's important to maintain a sense of security and support within ourselves, especially when doing shadow work. And when we're doing this meditation, we don't want to be critical on ourselves. We want to have compassion and love and respect for ourselves. So this ritual is going to include a black candle. Black candles are great for protection, as we all know, and opening roadblocks, which are 2 things that you need when working with your shadow side. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit still, take deep breaths. After a minute, imagine yourself surrounded by a ring of pure white light, and try and feel the warmth it creates around you. So if you're someone who has a problem with imagining, just tell yourself that you're surrounded by pure white light and really try and feel it. So light the black candle, and then close your eyes and invoke your shadow, asking it to make itself known. You may only feel a hint of something at first, or you may be completely overwhelmed, depending on how much you've worked with your shadow side. Try to embrace that feeling without judgment. You can visualize your shadow self if you're able to, and ask it questions, letting answers flow into the silence. You may feel some negative emotions, which is why so many people don't work with their shadow self. So you may feel anger, grief, or jealousy. Just respect that presence. Don't let them control you. Just let them come in and flow right back out. When you feel finished, thank your shadow self for helping you on your journey. And then after this, you can do the journal prompts, or you can practice the automatic writing, whichever you choose. And if anything comes up, try and symbolize it with an object and place on your altar. Honoring what brings us grief, it can be more effective than banishing it immediately for long-term growth. And then over the next month, especially as we're still in Scorpio season and we're going through the lunar eclipse and the full moon, work with this meditation as much as you like, inviting the shadow in a little more deeply each time. And you can end the night with a spiritual bath if you so choose. You can use a bergamot incense or juniper berry. Juniper releases fears of not being good enough. Bergamot releases stagnant energy and feelings. And you can also work with crystals like obsidian, which is a truth enhancer. Shungite facilitates your gifts of healings and gives you wisdom and provides protection. So you can work with those in your spiritual bath. I just want to end this with an affirmation for the new moon in Scorpio. The darkness doesn't hide answers from me. I am one with my whole self. Diving deeper gives me the tools to swim the entire ocean. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Happy new moon. I wish you all the best.